Hey there. So, you're planning a trip to the land of enchantment, and you're wondering how their cannabis laws work for visitors. Well, you came to the right place. Today, we are jumping right into New Mexico's medical cannabis reciprocity program. Let's just cut to the chase and answer the one big question you probably have. If you have a medical cannabis card from your home state, can you actually walk into a New Mexico dispensary and buy something? The short answer, yes, you can. But, and this is a big but, the details are absolutely everything. All right, so the official term you'll hear is reciprocal participant. It sounds a little formal, but all it really means is you, someone who's already a medical cannabis patient back home. And because of that, you can participate in New Mexico's program. So let's talk about how you prove that's you. First things first, before you even map out which dispensary you're gonna visit, we have to figure out if you're even eligible. This is step one, and it's the most important part of the whole process. Okay, listen up, because this is crucial. You need two specific documents, and you have to have them on you. Number one is your official, government-issued medical cannabis card. Number two is a government-issued photo ID, like a driver's license. Now, here's the real key. They have to be from the exact same state or territory. You can't mix and match. And let's be super clear about what official proof actually means. We're talking about the real deal, the card or document that a government agency gave you. You know, a letter from your doctor. Even if it looks super official, it's not gonna work here. And funnily enough, even a reciprocity card from a different state won't work either. They need to see your original authorization from your home state. Oh, this is a great question, and it trips a lot of people up. You're traveling, so you might just have your passport on you. It's a government ID, right? So that should work, shouldn't it? Well, the answer is no. A passport won't work for this, and here's why. The entire point of showing them two documents is to prove that you're a resident of the state that gave you your medical card. So your photo ID absolutely has to have an address on it that confirms you live in that same location. All right, so you've got your documents, you've double-checked them, and they match up. You're good to go. Let's walk through what's gonna happen on your very first dispensary visit. Right, so you can't just walk in and start shopping. There's a really quick one-time registration process that gets you into New Mexico's statewide system. So what does that actually look like? It's actually pretty simple, just 4 steps. You'll walk into a dispensary, you'll hand over those 2 documents we've been talking about, and then the dispensary staff will get you entered into their system. And then the last step, and this is super important, is that you have to be the one to sign the electronic form. You're acknowledging the rules, so they can't do it for you. And this is a big one, folks. You can't do this online ahead of time. There is no pre-registration. The whole system is designed around them seeing your documents in person. Why? Because the rule is they have to physically verify your documents every single time you make a purchase, not just that first visit. Okay, so you're in the system. Awesome. Now you can actually buy medical cannabis. But, you know, just like anywhere else, there are rules and limits you really need to be aware of. I want you to remember this number while you're in New Mexico, 230. Now, you're probably wondering, 230 what? So that number refers to units. You can buy up to 230 units over a 90-day period. Now, what's a unit? It's simple. 1 unit is either 1 gram of dried flower, or it's 200 milligrams of THC in any other kind of product, you know, like edibles or lotions or tinctures. It's just their way of keeping track of everything. Look, I know I sound like a broken record, but this is the number one thing people forget. Every single time you go to a dispensary, you have to show them both of those documents. It's not just a one-time thing for registration. Just think of them as your inseparable pair, like your keys and your wallet. All right, let's talk about the detours, the common mistakes people make. If you know these things ahead of time, it's gonna save you a massive headache. This is probably the question that comes up the most, especially from locals. You know, maybe they're a New Mexico resident and they're still waiting for their state card to get approved. Can they just use this reciprocity program as a kind of a workaround? And the answer to that is a hard no. This entire program is built exclusively for visitors from other states. If you live in New Mexico, you have to use New Mexico's own medical cannabis program, period. Okay, here's another thing that can be confusing. Let's say you do that one-time registration at one dispensary, but then you want to go check out a different one across town. Do you have to do the whole sign-up process all over again? No, please do not do this. You only register once. Your information goes into a single statewide system that all the dispensaries share.
If you try to register multiple times, that's a huge violation of the rules, and you could actually have your purchasing privileges taken away. So seriously, one and done.
This right here is a direct quote from the state, and it's pretty clear. Basically, your ability to buy in New Mexico is tethered directly to your medical card back home. The second your home state card expires, poof, so does your ability to buy in New Mexico. So make sure your home credentials are up to date. This is a really practical question to ask. Just because the state has this program, does that mean that every single dispensary is required to participate and sell to you? And the answer is yes. A dispensary can actually choose not to serve you. Participation in this program is totally optional for them. Most of them do, but some might opt out. So here's a pro tip. If you have your heart set on a specific spot, maybe give them a quick call beforehand to make sure they serve reciprocal participants. So what's the big takeaway here? It's that yes, you can absolutely 100% legally purchase medical cannabis in New Mexico with an out-of-state card, but it's not a free-for-all. The whole system is built on preparation. It works perfectly if you have your ducks in a row. So I'll leave you with this question. Go ahead, look in your wallet right now. Do you have the 2 correct, unexpired, matching documents you need for your trip?